My doctoral thesis was basically a durometer, and this patent came from NASA. So basically, a durometer is a device. It's a piezoelectric device where you can measure the hardness of a joint or an area. So the way that NASA used this was to test the tiles on a space shuttle. And if the tiles were on too hard or stuck too hard, they would shatter on re-entry. And so one way to make sure that the vibration wouldn't break the tiles off is to measure that hardness.
A strain isolator pad, known as the SIP, is adhesive bonded to the tiles. The SIP is made from a no-mix felt and is used to accommodate the strain caused by the differences in coefficients of expansion of the silica tile and the aluminum vehicle structure.
Main engine.
The reason why that was groundbreaking about 20 years ago was because you could have an objective measure, and you could swipe your ID card, and that would enter your information into the medical records, and then you could measure all the joints in your spine.
So I've just finished analyzing and adjusting Danielle, and we got a very good clear up. And what I'd like to do now is show you some new features in the software. So come join me. Go to the review patient file. Don't forget that in this version, the newer versions 10.4 and above of the software, if we click on the email patient record, that will, for HIPAA compliance, take a look at the actual email that we're sending it to. And then we can send that a HIPAA compliant secure email to the patient that includes all the information that you see here, the pre and post, everything that was adjusted, plus some information about your clinic. And if you'd like to add a brief message to that email, you can do that in the set preferences, and then also put in a Google review link so that the patients can easily give your clinic a review via Google. So really nice feature for both keeping information getting to the patient and then also with the new anatomy screen.
But anyway, it's a pretty objective measure of joints that you could show a patient on a computer screen, and they could see the improvements.
Now I'm just going to test each position all the way down the back as the pre-test before applying any intervention. The frequency of application will slow, and that gives the clinician both an audible, and he can watch it over here, a visible response. I can do this segment as many times as I want until I get the appropriate response that I'm looking for. Overall, we got a very good response pre to post, and John ought to be feeling different. How do you feel?
I feel much better.
Great.
And this is not painful. This was just all done without any kind of invasive procedure at all. Just that simple.
That's correct. It's just a muscular reaction reflex.
All right. Thank you very much, Doctor.
You're welcome.
Once the problem area has been identified, the instrument delivers a precise oscillating force to that region. This uninterrupted motion increases the mobility of the spinal segments. After the adjustment, another scan of the spine is taken, allowing the chiropractor to immediately see the results.
In any kind of franchise or anything, any kind of company, you want something that's consistent and repeatable, and also scalable, so you can get the same results anywhere you go to.
And then once we've adjusted the spine, we go back to reevaluate. And then by looking at the computer screen, we can see before and after pictures as far as how that person's done before the adjustment and after the adjustment.
You know, everybody wants to do healthcare records, but not everybody knows how to do it. But we're gonna try to get that going. Oh, let's see. Hold on. A normal person is going to have about 18 doctors in their lifetime. And unfortunately, all of those doctors can't be around to share your medical records. So there's a lot of redundancy, a lot of the tests need to be redone, and there's waste and fraud that people are concerned about. So I believe that healthcare blockchains are going to help the medical industry and insurance industry. And the main advantage is that once you have a main place for doctors to go to and patients to go to, then you can actually get your records anywhere around the globe. Now, I'm talking about a main place, but in a decentralized sense, this could be great because now you're never going to lose your medical records, you know. People actually see about 18 doctors in their lifetime, and because of the HIPAA laws, the medical privacy laws, it's hard for doctors to actually cooperate and help a patient. So there's a lot of redundancy that happens, a lot of medical tests. In case you leave, the tests have to be done again. And so a lot of these solutions can be easily done with the blockchain. Oh.